So it was Super Sunday as our darling Super Eagles trashed Príncipe and São Tomé 6-0. I know a couple of people were expecting more than 6 goals just because we beat them 10-0 the last time in Morocco because we played on a neutral ground. Yeah, but don't forget that this time around they came with only foreign-based players, and of course they would have worked on some of their lapses and errors when they last met with Nigeria. So when most people were saying 20-0, 14-0, I'm like, calm down. I don't expect it to be that much, but definitely we will let them know that we're here to teach you football lessons. So Super Eagles got away with 6-0, and I am presenting to you my personal opinion when it comes to players' rating. This does not in any way reflect other people's thoughts. It's just my personal opinion. I saw the match and this is what I strongly believe. So quickly, I'm going to touch on practically everyone that was fielded today, and I'm starting with the goalkeeper, Francis Uzoho. I believe that I had a quiet game. Someone like Adele is around to give me a run for his money, and I would have preferred seeing Uzoho play in a more competitive match if the coach is trying to tell us that it has something up his sleeves to offer Nigeria. So seeing him today, I was like, I didn't expect much, because it wasn't really a game where you would test him to say, okay, between himself and Adebayo Adeleye, who should we go for? But I know most Nigerians are definitely tilting towards Adebayo Adeleye. Yeah, but he showed confidence one or two times, that the ball got to him, or the side or his own side was threatened basically. So I'm not going to rate him per se, but I would say that at least we have an Uzoho who also can hold his own when it comes to the goalkeeping department. So I'm going straight to Olaino. We know that Bright Osai Samuel has in times past just been able to show us that he has a lot to offer at the right fullback. But today Olaino, who has recently moved to Nottingham Forest and plays alongside our own Taiwo Awoniyi, showed so much confidence today, and he's already told Bright Osai Samuel that he's giving him a run for his money, because he joined the attack so well and he dribbled when he had to. He was able to have that fluidity between the defense, the midfield and the attack, and that's one of the things that stood Olaino out, and he started playing for Nigeria. So I would say he's giving Bright Osai Samuel a run for his money. I've been an advocate of every single department in Super Eagles being very competitive, so that we don't have players putting up a lackadaisical attitude because they feel that they are irreplaceable. And I'm really glad that a lot of the players are embracing this, and everyone, when they come and show up for Super Eagles, they are fighting for their shirt. So it's a departure from the old kind of lethargic players that we had to deal with, coming late to camp and having to play like they're doing us a favor. So amazing. Olaino is very welcome. I've been a fan of Olaino anyway, so I was really happy to see him come back today and do what he knows how to do best. And we're moving to the guy who was capped for the very first time today, or should I say, he was capped for the very first time today, Bruno Onyemachi. He played like he's been a part of Super Eagles. I am so super impressed with this young man, because normally it takes time sometimes to settle into a team that you're playing with for the first time, but it did not even in any way show that he was playing with Super Eagles for the very first time. It was just like he's been playing with them for so long. He settled in so seamlessly, and he had a powerful performance, if you ask me. At the left fullback, his recovery of the ball and crosses were good. He had an understanding with Calvin Bassey, who covered up for him when he had to move forward with the ball. And I'm like, if this young man is showing up for the first time, Zaidu Sanusi needs to buckle up, because he has a stiff competition now. I can't even say the same for Jamiu Collins. I can't say much anyway. But right now, it's definitely between Bruno Onyemachi, that we saw have a spectacular display today, and Zaidu Sanusi that plays for FC Porto. So I'm moving again to Calvin Bassey, and the Fulham FC defender. He just joined Fulham FC apparently. He had a good game at the center back. He didn't really have so much to do, but he was very good in passing the ball and setting the team up for nice play. So I would say Calvin did amazingly well. I'm impressed, and because I've just been advocating for a Calvin Bassey and Oluwasemi Ajayi to pair up, and let's see what they have to offer. At least we've seen what Ekong has to offer. Ekong is, getting older. He's a senior man, and yeah, it will do a lot in terms of, team unity, team bonding, and all of that. Like, he went to, I think at some point, they went to give a hug to Osimhen when he scored his hat-trick. I like that leadership thing. Yeah, but he has to give, room for the younger ones to show what they're capable of doing. So I've been advocating for a Calvin Bassey who is, left-footed, to take that position, and let's have a Oluwasemi Ajayi who is right-footed, pair with a Calvin Bassey, because I know Calvin too is a powerful defender. And today I was really impressed. They did amazingly well. So Shemi, that's Oluwasemi Ajayi. I wasn't surprised because he's one of those players that it could be very quiet. Like, most of the time when you see him in camp, he's more or less all by himself. He doesn't look like someone that talks so much. But when he's been called to play, he's always put up that display, and he's always like fought so hard for the team. So somehow, even when people were not talking so much about him, I had my eyes on him. He stood out. He has the eyes. He's very disciplined. He's very tactical. Like I have been telling people that he seems to replicate exactly what Leon Balogun, the quality Leon Balogun brought to the defense, that discipline, that calmness, that doing the job without making so much noise. And that is what stands Oluwasemi Ajayi out. He had an amazing pair with Calvin Bassey today, and I believe that with more games, with more time playing together, they would form that formidable force we have been clamoring for in Super Eagles for so long. So kudos to Oluwasemi Ajayi. He did amazingly well. Next is Wilfred Ndidi. He was the captain of the day, and honestly, he brought that leadership on the pitch. I would say, for one, that this is the best of Ndidi we have seen in recent times. He was so sharp and very confident with the ball. He did a lot of the dirty job. He was everywhere. He did what he was known for in those days that everyone was clamoring for. Wilfred Ndidi. I don't know what happened to him in the last couple of seasons, but I would say if what we have seen today is anything to go by, Wilfred Ndidi is back. I'm so excited to watch him. So kudos to Wilfred Ndidi. Another person I would like to single out is Frank Oyeka. Frank is one mobile, and quick guy, and that was why a couple of times he was fouled. Something about him, just pushes him out, and he is very good in not just moving forward with the ball, but the fact that he knows how to tackle, he knows when to intercept, and he has an amazing work rate. He's just everywhere on the pitch. So Frank Oyeka was such an amazing player. Of course, he plays in Premiership, Brentford FC, for those who do not know, and he's just been one spectacular guy. So I would say he's come to stay with the team, and I hope that injury does not in any way hinder him, because with the midfield we seem to be trying to sample a couple of people or see how much more we can do with our midfielders or invite more players. But I would say that Frank Oyeka on the pitch, with every game he's been getting better. I was quite impressed watching him today. Kelechi Iheanacho, I clamored for Kelechi and Lookman today because I felt that Samuel and Simon were getting, too comfortable knowing that they were going to get the starting shot. But Super Eagles of today is no longer the Super Eagles of yesterday, where someone will just stroll into the team and feel that they have a right to the starting shot. So I really wanted Kelechi Iheanacho because I believe that somehow senior man, like they always call him, has a way, of bringing something out of nothing, and he has those flashes. There's something about him, and when you need him to stand up for the team or show something different, something spectacular, something amazing, Kelechi Iheanacho just knows how to dig deep and bring it out. So I wanted to see him play today, and I was really happy he started with the team, and he had a very good day with his set pieces. He had to assist, he contributed to Osimhen's goal, and of course Chukwueze's goal. So I would say, senior man, well done. He did amazingly well. Ademola Lookman was another person I was really looking forward to, and today he gave Moses Simon a run for his money. Now Moses will have to sit up, Moses will have to buckle up, Moses will have to do the extraordinary to prove a point that he deserves that shirt. I was super happy because, like I said, I just won that competition. We have to get better. We can't just be going to AFCON and be coming back like empty handed. No, enough of all that. So having an Ademola Lookman that gave the assist to Osimhen for his first goal and scored the second goal. I'm like, yeah, this is what we want. We don't want someone that will just come and dribble. We want someone that would give us results. At the end of the day, nobody's going to count your dribbles or say, oh, you're going to score a point or 6 points because you dribbled. No, people want to see you score goals. They want to see the team score. The goals is what makes all the difference. So, seeing Ademola Lookman setting up Osimhen and scoring a goal by himself, I'm like, yeah, this is what I want. Next time Moses is playing, of course, definitely he would play like we expect him to play. Yeah, we're tired of the selfishness. We're tired of the dribbles. We just want to see results. Like, we just want to produce results. So I was so happy that I've been clamoring for a departure of the status quo of Moses Simon and Samuel Chukwueze. I have nothing against them. I'm just saying they need to sit up, and then other people need to give them a run for their money. And that was why I started today with Iheanacho and Lookman Ademola. Another person I like to talk about is Taiwo Awoniyi. Taiwo is just one blessed guy. Like, he kept pushing, he kept trying to hit the ball. He was just everywhere passionately trying to do something extraordinary, and of course he paid off because his goal was just amazing. Like, it was like if you blinked you would have missed that goal. It was just it was so smooth, and that was a world class kind of goal, as in the way he controlled the ball and the way he would just hit the ball into the net was just so good to watch. Like, I had to watch that particular goal over and over and over again. Awoniyi did a good one. I know Nigerians are still skeptical about pairing him with Victor Osimhen and all of that. Yeah, but it's a function of partnership, and let's see how they're able to work together and do something different. At least we've seen him do it in Nottingham Forest. Coming back to Nigeria, I was really happy that he scored a goal, and it wasn't just a regular goal. It was an amazing goal. The ball control was so amazing, and the way he hit the ball into the net was superb. I'm like, yeah, this is the Awoniyi we've been clamoring for. So of course, Osimhen is one person that you cannot but talk about. One thing about this guy is his passion. I will not lie to you. Osimhen's passion needs to be studied by young and upcoming ones. There's this thing about him, forget about the fact that he's worth $150 million, or he plays in Napoli, or he was the highest goal scorer last season, or whatever. The guy plays like he's still fighting for a shirt in his team. Like, and he's always been like that. His commitment level have never, even when others were getting late to camp, Osimhen has never been reported as getting late to camp. There's just the discipline the young man, brings to the pitch that stands him out, and it's just so much of a team player. I like the fact that when he was supposed to take the penalty, he tried to give it to Victor Boniface. I think he likes the fact that there are two Victors, and he wants Victor to settle into the team, very fast, and he maybe believes that their pair two might be an amazing or an electric one, and he feels that, okay, he needs to build his confidence, he needs to settle into the team. So he tried to, give the ball to Victor Boniface, but senior man, that's Kelechi Iheanacho, actually told Osimhen to take it because, of course, he'll make a lot of sense to be the highest goal scorer, and of course to score an hat-trick. So that was why Osimhen actually took that penalty. He was trying so hard to it's just that spirit that just wants everyone to like every of his team members to shine, to do. And the fact that he's so passionate, he plays like he's still fighting for a shirt, he plays like someone that is looking for a club, he plays like everything is at stake, and that passion for me stands him out of every other person. Amazing guy, very energetic, and of course he's someone that everybody at the stadium was just hailing at every given opportunity. So of course that thing does not even get to him. He keeps pushing and keep playing, he keeps going. He's so dogged, man. His tenacity is amazing. Of course he scored the hat-trick, and that was goal number 20. That's by the time he was done with the third goal number 20 for Nigeria, and definitely the highest goal scorer in the AFCON series. To crown it all up, he won the man of the match. So Osimhen stood out clearly, and even off the pitch, when you are interviewing him, the way he talks, you can tell that he's a man with a purpose. I'm super happy with this guy, like for this guy, with this guy, anything, just, it's just one guy that makes me happy, and that is passion should never go, unnoticed. I'll briefly talk about the substitutes, and I'll start with Victor Boniface. Of course, he came in for Awoniyi to make his international debut for Nigeria, and I would not lie to you, even though he did not score, but he assisted the 6th goal. Like Chukwueze, he was the one who gave the assist to Chukwueze, who scored. And that's one thing I like about himself and Osimhen too. They are not selfish. They're always looking out for others that are better placed than them to give them the ball. And this is one confidence with very good strikers. They know that when it's their chance, they'll take the chance. But when they are not the best placed, the fact that they can look out for their teammates and allow them also score, for me, it really stands out, because I believe that when we talk about team, it's together, everyone achieves more. So when I see people that have that mindset, I'm always blown away. And in his few minutes of playing, he actually displayed that leadership qualities too. He set up, even though he had not scored, he set up Chukwueze for the 6th goal, and that's what, for me, that's what makes all the difference. I'm like, this guy absolutely knows what he's doing. He didn't even try to be selfish, with that ball, and that for me, I think he won the hearts of Nigerians even more. And I'll say, Victor Boniface, you have done well. We're definitely looking forward to you coming back when next you're playing. Joe Aribo came in. He had a quiet game. Of course, he helped with the tempo and all of that, but he didn't do much. And I'll say I'd like to see Joe Aribo once again, probably when we have our next match. And Tyrone Eboyi is somebody that I've been clamoring for to come back. He's been having back-to-back injuries, and somehow, even when he's not invited, my heart is always with him. Like, I wish this young man would just be back. He still plays in Italy, and I believe that he has a lot to offer. He came in for Olaino. He had a quiet game, but I believe that he's got a lot up his sleeves. And I'd like to see him play for Nigeria. Maybe start a match or whatever it is to build his confidence and help him integrate back into the team. Samuel Chukwueze, this guy. I know that Samuel is very youthful. Samuel, sometimes I feel he gets carried away, or maybe Samuel just needs to start from the bench and read the game. And because in 15 minutes, Samuel produced an assist and a goal. 15 minutes. It wasn't wasteful. It was very calculating. His passes were on point. I'm like, yeah, this is someone we've been waiting for. And the same thing I predicted, like, let this guy start from the bench. Let them know that it's not automatic for them to get a shirt. Maybe they will sit up, be more calculating and be more, I don't blame him, because I feel that he's a bit youthful, and maybe sometimes he, gets a bit carried away. But of course, the fact that you say that your shirt don't they go, kind of, because I won't lie to you, their replacements were not playing. They were not sleeping on duty at all. They came like they were prepared to get that shirt. So Chukwueze watching from the bench and seeing that, man, things are about to, the blues is about to change to reggae. I was so impressed. Like, in 15 minutes, he made all that difference. I'm like, yeah, this is Samuel Chukwueze we knew way back that we're all clamoring for to be a part of the Super Eagles. So, guy, you have won our hearts once again. You have won your shirt back. Definitely, it won't be business as usual again, and I know that. But of course, there are times that we'll need you to start from the bench too, because today was so amazing starting from the bench. Like, this guy was like he played 90 minutes. The way he came in and everything changed on that side, producing a goal and of course an assist in just 15 minutes. I'm like, yeah, we are blessed to have a Samuel Chukwueze. So it's much love from this side, but at times we need that, criticism just to buckle up, and to do better. We want you to do better. Don't worry. We trust you. AC Milan guy, you're doing well. Rafael Onyedika spent little time on the pitch, so we can't really rate him that much. But I was happy to see him today. I won't lie to you. I was happy to see him, and hopefully, he's brought in even more. Let's see what he's got to offer. And Gift Urban, I heard that he got a knock, so it could not, feature today. And Jordan too was not cut. Yeah, maybe he needs more time to think if he wants to be with Nigeria. He feels he was snubbed and he wants to go back to Germany. Whatever, that's his call. Yeah, but definitely for me, I enjoyed every bit of the game, and I hope you do too. And thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Thank you for encouraging me. I really do appreciate everyone. You're the MVP. Do not forget to like, to subscribe if you have not, and if you have subscribed, thank you. I do not take this for granted. Like, I hit 100 subscribers over the weekend, and I was excited all day, as in that's how much your subscription means to me. Please, if you have not subscribed, I would really appreciate if you do. And once again, if you have any feedback, do not hesitate to drop a comment. I really do appreciate your time. Bye, everyone.